Hello and welcome back to Painting with Timo. I'm Timo and this is the show where we create amazing watercolor paintings and improve your watercolor skills. Today we're gonna head off to Turkey to a nice sunny and breezy painting. We're gonna especially focus on painting parasols. So without further ado, let's start the demonstration.
First, I make sure to keep my parasols white. That is why I'll paint around them in each of the previous layers done on this painting. I use some Naples yellow to stain the white parts of the parasols. Make sure you use almost no paint at all. I have barely touched my palette to pick up paint. Then apply it on the lower part of the sun exposed part. While this is still wet, use a clean brush and make a soft transition to the upper part. As a result, you get a part that is white and a part that is yellowish. The viewer's eye will catch the notes of yellow, and the brain will complete the information, stating that the whole canvas part is yellow. It's wonderful how the brain is easily fooled. Repeat this on the smaller canvas at the top of the parasols. After this, we mix two colors for the shaded part of the parasols. One color is warm, which is the part below the canvas. This color represents the light filtered through the fabric. It is made of a mix of yellows and ochre. I then take a second brush to add a raw umber to the mix. However, I keep the first mix on the palette. You can see the lighter yellow and the darker yellow brown side by side on the palette. Now it is time for the cast shadow. This shadow doesn't have the sunlight shining through it. That is why it is cold. I'll mix some ultramarine, cobalt, alizarin crimson and some raw umber to a shade of cold purple. This is as thick as the warm shadow. Once I've finished mixing, I'll take all three brushes into my left hand to use them turn after turn. I'll begin with the light, warm shadow with the small brush just below the edge of the top part of the parasol. Then I add a bit of darker yellow to the bottom and finish with the shadow. All colors have a wet into wet transition and blend beautifully together. Notice how I added some water to the cold shade color since it wasn't the right consistency. It had to be more translucent. I add also some dots to the corners of the shading element, marking the supporting wood structure upon which the canvas is stretched. I repeat the same process for the larger part of the parasol. First light yellow, then dark, and finally cold shadow. This time the shadow does not connect with the warmer ones. I follow up with the other ones. Afterwards, it is time for some lifting. I use again a synthetic sharp pointed brush and do my best to make the poles regain a degree of whiteness and reveal some diagonal beams under the canvas. Make sure to put very little water and immediately wipe it off with a tissue. Now the time is ripe for some details. I take a rigger brush, that is a long thin brush, and with the shadow color add in stands, under construction and some ropes. The umbrellas are as good as done.
I hope this tutorial has been helpful to you. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe, share it with your friends and hit the bell button in order to get upcoming tutorials. If you like this painting behind me, check out the previous tutorial. Now, If you have a burning question, leave it down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching, have a great time painting, and I'll see you soon.